Well, welcome everyone. This is our first episode of Dealer Insights by Freightliner Custom Chassis. We have two great people with us today. We have Loren Baidas with General RV. How you doing? And Jeff Sather, the President and CEO of Freightliner Custom Chassis.
There you go.
If you guys would just maybe tell us a little bit about your companies and give us a little background.
Yeah, we are a family-run RV dealership. We have 13 superstores throughout the country. We operate in 6 different states. We call ourselves the nation's largest family-owned RV dealership. We've been in business since the early 60s, and I'm lucky enough to be the 3rd-generation owner of our great company.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Freightliner Custom Chassis, we are about 25 years old. We're located in Gaffney, South Carolina, and we have about 1,000 team members that produce 3 different products. RV is certainly core, what we're here today for, and but we also produce school buses for children, and we also produce walk-in vans.
Good. Now this may seem like a little bit of an oddball question, but you yourself coming up in a family business, were you always headed there? Did you think about doing something else, or or you always knew you were going to do this? How did you become part of the company?
When I was a young man, I spent summers and weekends at the dealership working on cleaning bathrooms, sweeping floors, stocking part shelves, doing all that. After college, that isn't what I wanted to do. I got into the banking world for a couple of years until my father recruited me back to come be a part of General RV, and it's been 21 years and haven't looked back.
And you mentioned that you have 13 stores. How did that progress? What was the success that demanded the growth of General RV?
When I joined back in it was 1999, we had 5 stores, all centrally located in Michigan, and we were the largest dealer in the state of Michigan. But we got into a point where 07, 08 happened. If you know anything about Michigan, it's predominantly automotive related. 2 out of the big 3 went bankrupt. The market in Michigan was very difficult to sell RVs in, and we made the decision to move out of state. So we opened our first 3 stores out of state in 08 and 09. We're going to Ohio, going to Jacksonville, Florida, and going to Salt Lake City. So once that happened, we had lots of great employees that worked for us that wanted more opportunity, wanted to live in different locations. And when we did that, we realized there were a lot of markets that were underserved with the way that we do our business. We call ourselves the premier RV dealer. We want to give our customers a great RV experience, from the sales to the purchase to the delivery experience, all the way to ownership. So all those pieces are really important to us.
Your mission statement reads something to the effect of
Helping families achieve lifelong memories. And when I think about that, I also think about Freightliner Custom Chassis. We talk about we embrace our customers and deliver memories one ride at a time. This kind of seemed to dovetail.
Taking care of customers is hugely important, and you got to take care of your employees as well. Because those are really the people that are communicating with your employees or your customers on a daily basis. So we want to make it a great place to work for our employees, give them great facilities, and good processes on how to do that, and then hopefully the end result is having a great ownership experience that our customers can just go out and enjoy the RV, which is what they bought it for.
Right.
So having partners like you guys at Freightliner and a lot of the other OEMs and manufacturers out there make it a lot easier to do.
Jeff, how do you use that to your advantage? Making memories and one ride at a time.
Yeah, I think what Loren talks about, it's about the customer.
Yeah.
Right, and it's really taking care of the customer. And what we say at FCCC is it's the customer that pays our salary. It's not the global Daimler mothership that pays us. It's the customer. And as long as we're there for the customer and we take care of that customer, they'll be there for us and they'll keep coming back. And so it is about what I really liked and what caught my attention about yours is building those memories. And it's the same thing for us. We know that when somebody buys an RV, they're out exploring the U.S., right? They're going to all these great parks and they're building these memories with their family and their friends. And that's what it's about. And so if we can both take care of the customer from the retail side and to the customer experience and from the manufacturer side, we'll have customers for life. And that's what we're after here. And that's really what we want to do. And that's for FCCC, that's where one of our initiatives has been over the last 3 to 4 years, is to really focus on those customers.
Do you find that your employees are inspired by that message too?
I hope so. I
Yeah.
hope so. We try and find people that want to work hard, but also want to work and help other people have, again, lifelong lasting memories.
Right.
That's what we do. Our customers can take their discretionary income and use it for lots of different things, and we have to treat them the right way. So, that, like you said, one, they make the first purchase, but they come back and make the second and third purchase, and that's one of the true key successes for General RV is our repeat business, our word of mouth, referral business is very important to us.
How about our employees at Freightliner Custom Chassis? Is that inspirational to them? Do they want to hear about the customers they're building for?
Oh, absolutely. So we give tours every single day to customers that come in. They bring their RVs in, they park, they'll come in, and we'll do tours every single day. Before COVID, we'll get back to those here real shortly. But yeah, we have customers that come through, and the people on the line are happy to see the customers as they come through. They'll wave at them, they'll talk to them. It's just this atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Our team members at FCCC, they understand what the customer means to us. And we also have, a dedicated call center that's devoted to the customer 24/7, 365 days a year. Somebody has a problem with an RV and it's on our Freightliner chassis. They just pick up the number and they call us, and we're there for them. And that goes for the life of the vehicle, not just the warranty period. So we're doing things, and our team members know about that. And so when the customer comes in and interacts, be it on a tour or through our call center, they're getting directly access to our team members at FCCC. And I think it makes a difference. I really think the customers appreciate that when they get to know who we are,
Right.
and they get to know us as people.
Yeah. I'm going to kind of shift gears a little bit, but we talk about technology and customers being able to get a hold of us. And traditionally, I would think that in the RV industry, you're trying to get off the grid, right? But today, people are kind of looking for technology inside of their RV as well. So with that much being said, where do you see the future of RVing? What does that look like for your customers?
That's a great question. I think that's something that we have to continue to talk to our customers about. What are they looking for? What don't they have that they do want to take with them? And I think the RV industry has done a great job over the last 5 to 8 years of adding a lot of that content, whether it be Wi-Fi systems to everything from flat screen TVs to places to plug in all your USB ports to all the technology that they like to have at home that gives them the freedom to do what they want. They still want to take that with them and have access to it when they get where they go.
Right.
But then they can just turn it off when they do their other things. But I think all of those assets, outside kitchens, I mean, you've seen a lot of things that have changed and evolved that have made RVing even more fun for both young and old.
Yeah, and Joe, I would say something very similar to Loren. On the chassis side, especially on the diesel pushers that we manufacture, there's probably 3 things that I see for the future. And number one would be technology. Where is that going, and how do we bring more technology into the vehicle? So we've done that recently. We have more things coming that enhance the technology for the customer. But probably even more important to that, to me, more dear to my heart, is safety. Right? How do we bring those safety features so when somebody's driving their dream down the road and there's an imminent collision, what happens in that coach? Does it stop? Does it swerve? Does it protect the occupants of that? And so safety is really important. I see that coming more and more in the future. And probably third, which I already touched on, is really how do we as an industry take care of the customer? This is a very small industry, and it matters. It matters when a customer comes in and they have contact with General RV, or they have contact with Freightliner Custom Chassis, and they go to the RV campground and they sit around and they talk to one another, right? They'll know quickly if General RV is not taking care of them or FCCC is not taking care of them. So how do we put in using technology? How do we put in services? How do we put in places that we can take care of that customer at the end and when they need us?
Right.
So those 3 things for me I see is really where the future, at least from our business, of where we're going with the chassis side of it, and I think it's going to impact and work hand in glove maybe with General RV.
Yeah, it should help tremendously on the retail side, giving customers another opportunity to look at my current coach and what the new coaches have, if you don't have anything new or anything innovative, what's the reason for them to buy another one, just a few years out? So
Right.
we have to keep being innovative for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And speaking of customer experience, I overheard you guys talking before about something innovative it seems like you're doing to make sure that your dealerships get a coach that's ready for the customer. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, what a lot of people outside the industry don't understand is that every coach that we actually sell to a consumer, we actually do what they call as a pre-delivery inspection. Basically, it's like a house inspection. So we go through and do all the electrical, all the plumbing, all the gas lines, all the appliances, all the mechanical stuff to make sure everything's in working and operational order in order to then provide the teaching and show a customer before they take delivery of the coach. So we do all that at our current facilities. And what we found over years and years of work is sometimes if there are issues, it becomes harder and harder to take care of them the further out they are from when they left the factory.
Right.
And being further from the factory, it's harder to get parts, it's harder to communicate. So we opened what we call an inspection facility. So it's actually one of our biggest facilities of all of our. It's a couple 100,000 square foot.
And that's all they do there?
That's all they do. They check in all the units, they go through all of them, and they go through what we call the pre-delivery inspection, house inspection. And if it doesn't clear, it doesn't ship to one of our stores. And then we get the manufacturer involved. Sometimes we even have production line people coming from the plants to come look at the problem and say, oh, okay, yep. And they want to be a part of it because then it's just one unit that has a problem. They can fix all the rest.
Right.
So we've been really great collaboration with our manufacturing partners, and they're excited to have us. We've got currently we only have about 70 employees. Our goal is to get up to about 120, 130,
Wow.
And be able to pump out about 100, 120.
So a non-sales facility that's there to help the customer have the best experience possible and is serving the industry by giving them good feedback.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one
Amazing.
other caveat for us that's helping us do is it's taking all those bays that we would utilize at the dealerships.
Right.
And now we're opening those bays up for customer service. So instead of being out 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks or months that some dealerships are, we can get people in same day or right away, so they don't miss their camping. They can get right back out on the road. So it has some extra benefits for it too. Again, helping the customer downstream.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is quite an investment. So being a fellow business owner, knowing what you've had to do to invest in Elkhart to build that facility, that you're thinking about why you've done it, it's really for that end customer. And wow, it's being the largest family-owned RV dealership in America and taking that type of investment for the end customer. Wow, thank you. Thank you from the customer standpoint for doing something like that. That is amazing.
Well, and we like to see ourselves benefit out of things, but we also want to see the industry benefit. And whether it's our OEM partners or whatever we can do to make the industry more streamlined and a better finished product down the road, we're all for it.
Very good. Well, any last words from either of you that you'd like the industry to know, or just want to offer that up real quick?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing left that I have would be that the reason I'm here in Hershey today is we're opening our 14th store.
Oh,
Here in
Congratulations.
Eastern Pennsylvania, here in Hershey. So this is our first Hershey show. Been to it many times on the wholesale side, coming to see the wholesale product before the show opens, but never ever as a retailer. So we've got about 150 of our employees here. We've got about 200 units on display, and we're excited to be here. So it's a 14th store, a great addition to our
welcome to Hershey.
locations. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Welcome.
and congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. That's another great accomplishment.
Yeah, we're excited.
Very good. So, I guess from my standpoint, I want to say, Loren, thank you very much for coming and spending a little bit of time with us today. It was a pleasure to meet you. It really is. And I know we didn't give you much notice to come in here. We kind of grabbed you and asked if you wouldn't mind coming in and just speaking from the heart, and you've done that. And I really appreciate that. It's nice to meet somebody in the RV industry who's authentic and just speaks from the heart and takes care of the customer. So thank you. And it was a real pleasure to meet you.
Appreciate it. We love our relationship, especially with Freightliner and all the great OEMs in this industry. So I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Loren and Jeff, thank you both for taking time today for our first episode of Dealer Insights. And we look forward to hearing more innovations down the road. But for now, again, great seeing you all, and we look forward to seeing you somewhere down the road. Bye.